Hi, I'm Lauren Martinez Catlin. I'm an author and poet, and my first book came out this year. It's called The Other Side of Silence. There's a link below where you can purchase it, so give that link a click. The book features 7 different characters, all from different walks of life, and today I'm going to be talking about Tasia. Tasia is an illegal immigrant coming to the United States from Brazil after her family has been threatened by a drug lord from the favelas there. Tasia really embodies kind of the American dream. She works really hard and is able to improve her situation through her hard work and determination. And I wanted to include that because that really is part of our narrative that we believe and to some extent can improve our situation by working hard, by being smart, by being determined. And it would be easier for someone to say about Tasia, or even for her to say about herself, that she worked for everything she has, and she absolutely has. And yet that hard work wouldn't have been enough on its own. She also needed a couple of breaks. She has family in the country, and so Miguel isn't the greatest advantage you can think of, and yet he offers her a place to stay, and that's really important. Immigrants come here with nothing. That issue of just being able to survive can really make or break them when they first get here, which is why there are really great organizations like World Relief that will kind of come in and fill in those gaps. She's very lucky to have Miguel, because without that place to stay when she first gets here, she would be focused on just trying to find a place to sleep. The other thing is the librarian, who speaks her mother language and can point her to really valuable resources that are going to help her get on her feet. She helps her learn English, and she points her to an employer. The employer is the linchpin. Having an employer for an illegal immigrant who will pay you a relatively fair wage it's almost unheard of. It really makes a difference in Tasia's story. If she hadn't been able to make enough money to put some away for savings, she never would have been able to afford first and last month's rent, which is a big deal. So all of those things kind of come together to give Tasia a chance. That said, if she had all of those advantages and wasn't willing to work hard and wasn't willing to sacrifice in order to move up, none of those things would have made a difference too. So these two things kind of work in combination with each other. The other thing I wanted to say about Tasia is her story is really unique in the book because she's the first character that you come across whose encounter with a supernatural force doesn't happen in this kind of like shining moment that crashes into her life and is big and dramatic. And the reason that isn't how Tasia experiences God is because really another big dramatic moment in her life is the last thing she needs. And Tasia's world is really in chaos because she's just trying to survive, just trying to get by. She's a foreigner. She's in a strange land, and this makes a really big difference. If you've ever traveled to a foreign country, you know kind of the stress of just walking down the street. You don't know what the street signs say. You can't talk to people. You can't ask people questions. There's an incident in Tasia's story where a shop owner is really just berating her because she's loitering outside his shop, and she doesn't know what loitering means, and she doesn't know why he's mad at her, and she can't understand anything he's saying. And so it's kind of like just by kind of walking down the street or just standing in one spot, people are yelling at her. Tasia really experiences God in a place where she can experience things that she understands having a meaning that she can grasp. About big spiritual experiences, often they're talking about, this one time this person prayed for me, or this one time I heard God speak to me, or this one time this miracle happened. And those things are all true, and those things are all valid. But I sometimes will experience God in the routine of things, in spiritual disciplines, in sitting down every day and writing out something I'm grateful for. And it sort of creeps up on you, but it is just as transcendent as any of those other things. It's a theme in the book that each person is met by this supernatural force in a way that makes sense for them. And that is part, for me, of what is so awe-inspiring about God, that He is big enough and wide enough and wise enough to know this person needs this and I can provide that for them. This person needs this completely other thing and I can provide that for them. And that's something that I really see in Tasia's stories. Thanks for listening. Again, there's a link below where you can buy the book. The title is The Other Side of Silence. There's also a link below to World Relief. Definitely send them some money or volunteer with them. They're an amazing organization. Please hit the like button. Please read the book. And if you have read the book, please review it on Amazon. I really need reviews. Thanks so much.